live from Nashville. I'm down here for an amazing coaching mastermind. It is absolutely beautiful outside. I'm sure you can check out. I've got this whole deck view and I'm just hanging out outside because it is gorgeous weather here. So just taking some time to check back in with you guys, see how you're doing. Bringing up a topic of something that came from my group. I asked this question in the group. I have a life group, by the way. It's something I run. It focuses mostly on business and life, but of course branding. So the question that I brought up in the group was, why do your internal personal values need to match your external values? Which meaning that, do your internal core values need to match your business core values? And most of the people said yes, true. And then some of the people were like, well, maybe. And a lot of the questions I get are, how does this apply if you're in a partnership? How does this apply if you believe that you have a certain value system, but maybe that doesn't necessarily transcend over to what your avatar's value system is? So this core values topic is, just to get some education out there, this is completely underneath the branding umbrella. So a lot of people say, what's up if you guys are here, guys? I wonder if anybody who's watching is from Nashville right now. Let me know what's up. How are you guys doing tonight? It's so weird being like in a different city without the kids, because this is dinner time, this is bath time, all of that kind of stuff. So the conversation is about core values and it falling underneath the umbrella of business. The reason that a lot of people fall out of alignment or fall out of love with their business is because they're not really getting the right type of avatar. If you're having an issue and you're not actually attracting the right type of person, that means that you need to take a look internally and you've got to get an understanding of what's happening with your own core values. And a lot of that ends up getting transmitted through both your energy of how are you showing up, what are the subjects that you're talking about. Let me know if you guys are here, say hey. But also the things that you aren't focused on, but that your behaviors show your core values. So just having a conversation with a client today, and she's a super successful business. She's already up 7 figures for sure. But she's at the point where she has 2 different businesses now, and she's kind of fallen out of love with one of them. Here's the problem. The one that she's fallen out of love with is the one that has the bigger paycheck. It's easier to make money with it. There's bigger clients. It's consistent, all of that kind of stuff. And so she's at this real crossroads, but in discussing it with her, in going deep with her, in asking her, why is it that she's tired all the time? Why is it that she's always drained of energy? And why is it that this other avatar, this other business she's built is almost like the small guy, and she loves the small guy compared to the big guy that's out there? And she's kind of like all about more like the underdog. She likes that the true entrepreneurial spirit of having the grit, of going for the best, of wanting these things to help other people, making other people win to achieve big things. And we realized through that process that what was happening here is her core values, as she described them, were focused around being bold and brave. And on the other end of it, this big guy, big corporations that she works for, are the complete opposite of that. They are all about saving face, staying safe, making sure that, they don't get cut out, they don't get laid off. And it's all about risk averse. It's all about security and climbing up a corporate ladder. The little guys that she's vouching for, those people are the entrepreneurs, the grit, the fighters, the people who come out and risk everything. They do everything. They risk their reputation. They put everything out on the line. A lot of times they have started out with family not supporting them. They've got debt, credit cards, financial issues at the beginning, all of that stuff. That is the entrepreneurial journey. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're Grant Cardone or Tony Robbins. You have walked this walk, so you know it. Nobody gets handed a yellow brick road into entrepreneurship. That does not exist. It does not exist. And it was so interesting to find that out as we were digging into our very first activity we do with clients. We call it the Brand 360 worksheet. And this is kind of the entire glue that pulls a business together. And what we first have to do is get everything out onto paper, but into one format, a livable, breathable Google document that we can come back and iterate on. And what this allows us to do is put everything out on the table, see what we have, see what we know, and then we start our process of excavating, of digging, of getting deeper and understanding really the stuff that never shows up. When you're on a group coaching call, you will never get deep enough. Somebody will not be focused enough on you for you to be able to hear all those things that were specifically meant for you. So what happens? You walk away from the call, some niceties were shared. Oh, that was a good piece of information. That was some gold. I'm going to go apply that strategy. I'm going to go apply this new mindset thing. But it doesn't dig into the actual core of why are we at this crossroads? Where are we at? Why are we here? Where's the root cause analysis? You can't do that in a 10-minute mastermind where 20 other people are waiting to speak. It just doesn't work like that. It doesn't. I've seen it over and over and over and over again. And so while we got to this consensus and we were out there, and it's a big move. It's a big move. Should she sell this part of her business off? The part that is, maybe it's causing and creating a ton of cash for her, but it's also hemorrhaging all of her energy, all of her joy, and all of her peace. And here we are, somebody who's been successful, somebody who works really hard, somebody who's out there pushing, slugging, getting people results, but she's not happy. She's not satisfied. And a little bit of her has come to terms with the fact that I've lost my passion. And what am I supposed to do about this? And listen, it's much easier to dabble in losing your passion when you haven't really built up something mega, something really successful. But when you have, people start to question you. What? Why are you unhappy? You're making so much money. It's easy to, blah, 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 blah. They start to question your sanity. And here's the thing about it. Her core values, she's not money driven. She's not money driven. She doesn't even spend much money. She likes some nicer things in life, but she really cares about getting her clients results, getting them wins, and she loves being creative. She wants to be best in class or world class, and that's what a lot of our launch clients are. They're aspiring for something that's way bigger than who they are right now. They know they have a specific point of view. They know they're breaking industry norms. They know that they're getting their clients results in a better way, and they actually won't even take on more clients because they want to make sure that the ones that are coming in are being taken care of. And that's not what you'll find often in this, especially in this world, in this online business, digital entrepreneurial world. You're going to have a lot of people who just churn and burn you right in and out. And we're at this big fork in the road, but here's the most important thing for her. She knows where we're at now. She understands and has clarity, immense clarity about, oh shit, like this is why I feel like this. The way I described it to her is like as if you have an arm that needs to be amputated and is like getting diseased and you refuse to cut it off. So it's just hemorrhaging out blood, and blood being the passion that she has. And it's so interesting because here we were ready to brand these two businesses, and over again she just kept leaning towards one, liking one, being in favor of that avatar, getting excited about talking about how unique she is about solving those problems. So this ties me, and this takes me back all the way to the beginning of why is it important? Why are these things important? Why are we talking about them? So everybody wants to talk about sales. They want to talk about sales. They want to talk about revenue. They want to talk about how you're going to get lead gen. They want to talk about how you're going to make money off of this thing and that thing. And oh, you got to run YouTube ads now. You got to go to your Facebook group. You've got to be in Messenger doing a 3-step, 4-step, 5-step. Now you need AI. You need Chat Silo. all of these different things, which are great. I mean, I like AI. I think it's awesome. I think a lot of these tools and mediums are effective. But one thing that will never change is what has attracted human beings to each other from the dawn of time. And what happens in our entrepreneurial land is that entrepreneurs, in my experience with all of the different people I've worked with, and the people we work with are typically making 20K months. That's like minimum. Most of them right now, our clients are really successful. They're making 100K months. They might be onto their second business, or at least they're planning it. They're thinking about second, third businesses. They're thinking about opening up charities, all of that kind of cool stuff. So they're at that next level of business where you've got multi-six figure business owners, maybe 7-figure. We do have an 8-figure person. And what you'll see about them is as they ascend up in their revenue, there's something nobody talks about. As they ascend up in their revenue, they actually are more and more and more ferociously, obsessively, clearly aligned with what their core values are. So much so that when we work on their brand 360, like I said, with that multi-8-figure business owner, I got back his worksheet and it was like the shortest worksheet I've ever seen. And I was like, what? Looked at it. He just understood without a figment of doubt exactly who he is. You know why? He has spent the time. He has done the work. He has done the good thing to research and spend time and learn and grow and sit with it. So when I say, what are your core values on a worksheet, he can spit them out. And you know how easy it is to brand somebody who knows exactly who they are? It's like putting the frosting on top of a cake. But there's a reason that as you ascend from 6 figures to multi-6 figures a year to 7 to 7 figures a month to 8 and then multi-8, you are going to get closer and closer to what your core values are, because those end up tying into your business, which end up tying into your legacy. So if you're like any of our business owners and you actually care about having impact in other people's lives, you want to build a world-class business, you're a coach and a consultant, you're going to want to follow this path. Don't reinvent. It's time to look and see what other people do and re-emulate it. So anyways, I hope this was helpful. Drop me a replay if you watch this later. Tag a friend if you think somebody needs help, especially with this area. This is just good wisdom for you to have now and be able to apply into your business. So peace out, guys. Some helicopter flying by. Yeah, 2 actually. All right, guys. See ya.